Google's highly anticipated Pixel 10 series may not arrive as early as some enthusiasts were expecting. Previously, speculation pointed towards a June or July unveiling, but it now appears that the wait could extend slightly. Based on fresh insights, Google is preparing to debut the Pixel 10 lineup on August 20th, with pre-orders commencing immediately. The official retail release is reportedly set for August 28th. These projected dates aren't just educated guesses, they're backed by several credible industry insiders. Still, nothing is officially locked in until Google makes a formal announcement. And considering the launch is still a few months off, there's always potential for schedule adjustments. Now, let's turn our attention to the devices themselves. The Pixel 10 range is expected to include 4 variants: Pixel 10, Pixel 10 Pro, Pixel 10 Pro XL, and the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. This impressive portfolio of flagship Android smartphones indicates Google's intent to challenge Apple and Samsung more directly in the premium handset segment. Curiously, Google had initially planned for these handsets to arrive around the same time frame as the Pixel 9 range last year. That unveiling occurred on August 13, 2024, but for reasons yet unknown, the tech giant has opted to push things forward by a week, at least for now. A key expectation this year is simultaneous availability of all 4 variants. Last year, the Pixel 9 and Pixel 9 Pro XL hit stores just 9 days after being introduced. However, the Pixel 9 Pro and Pixel 9 Pro Fold didn't reach consumers until September, leaving many supporters disappointed. Google may now be aiming to avoid such staggered rollouts this time around. But since the launch window is still a few months away, there's always the risk of unforeseen delays, especially as final testing for software stability and hardware reliability continues. Now on to the topic many of you are curious about: pricing. Rumors suggest the following projected starting prices: Pixel 10 at $799, Pixel 10 Pro at $999, Pixel 10 Pro XL at $1,099, and Pixel 10 Pro Fold at $1,600. If these figures hold true, both the Pixel 10 and Pixel 10 Pro would retain the same launch prices as their predecessors. Meanwhile, the Pixel 10 Pro XL is expected to cost $100 more than the previous Pixel 9 Pro XL. Perhaps the most unexpected pricing leak pertains to the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. At $1,600, it would undercut last year's Pixel 9 Pro Fold, signaling a bold pricing strategy from Google. This could prove a smart move, especially given that foldable devices often carry premium price tags. For comparison, Samsung's Galaxy Z Fold 6 and potentially the upcoming Z Fold 7 are likely to be more expensive than Google's foldable. By pricing aggressively, Google may be looking to attract a larger segment of users interested in cutting-edge foldable smartphones, positioning itself competitively in a rapidly growing niche. In terms of aesthetics, don't anticipate major design overhauls. Leaked renders suggest that the Pixel 10 family will closely resemble the Pixel 9 models. Based on what's known thus far, there doesn't seem to be a massive leap in terms of features either. So if the upgrades remain minimal, the increased price of the Pixel 10 Pro XL might be a tough sell, unless Google unveils some hidden innovations during the official presentation. And speaking of surprises, we can't forget the earlier release of the Pixel Nina this year. Google introduced it in March without specifying a release timeline. Even though pre-orders were available from day one, shipping took